Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a new brand. It's not really a subscription, but it's all based on your wants and needs for your hair care. So this brand is called Prose, and they are actually founded and located in New York, which is really close to me, and I've been seeing so much about this brand on Instagram and kind of been seeing about this new launch and what they were kind of doing with their program, and I thought it was really interesting. And around that time, which was about a month ago, I was having a lot of issues with my hair. As you know, it's color treated, and it was just really dry and brittle, and it was falling out a lot due to stress and just it being damaged. So I was really looking for something that was going to target all of my problems in one or a few products and not have to use 10 products for everything that I wanted it to do. So when I found out about this brand, I was really excited, and I reached out to them and told them I wanted to collab with them. So here we are today, collabing with Prose. These products were sent to us to test out and kind of share our opinions on, but this video is not sponsored whatsoever. They just sent us the products, and I get to decide if I like them or not. There was no money exchanged, nothing like that. I just wanted to make that very clear with everything going on in the beauty community right now, all the drama, all that stuff. Just wanted to make that clear. But we're gonna get into the Prose process, how I decided what I wanted and how they incorporated it into my routine, the products that they offer you, and kind of the whole system, and then my results. So starting off, I have my computer sitting here in front of me, and I want to record my screen and take you guys through the quiz process. So I feel like a lot of times with subscription services, with these kinds of things, when you take the quiz, it's a baseline. It's a suggested baseline to these brands, companies, about what you like, what you want, and they pick and choose where to follow it and where to not, especially with subscription boxes and other things like that. But with this particular brand, it's a little bit different because they ask you some very in-depth questions about your wants, needs, where you're located, and all sorts of things. So I wanted to run through the quiz with you guys. I'm going to try and keep it as close to what I actually answered the questions 2 months ago or a month ago. And I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you can see the types of questions they ask you and how in-depth they really go to find your perfect routine. I'm gonna go to prosehair.com. And I do have an account already, so I'm not going to sign in, but I am going to get your formula. Begin. So the first thing that they ask you is your name and your email address. This is so that they can send you a link to the answers to your quiz at the end. If you decide not to purchase it right after you take the quiz, they do save it so that if you want to go back and purchase it, you can. Okay, so the first question that they ask you is, what is your age range? So they have under 30, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70, and over. So obviously your age kind of affects a lot of things about your body, your skin, your hair. So I feel like that's a good place to start kind of gauging where you are in your life and what your needs are going to be based off that. So I'm going to say under 30. Oh, and it says down here, Prose tip. Knowing your age can help us better understand your hair texture, density, and resilience. So the next question is, what is the texture of your natural hair when you let it air dry? So again, just asking you basic questions about your hair type so they can kind of determine what would be best for you. So they have 5. They have 5 different hair types listed here. I can't count apparently. The first is straight, the second is wavy or loose curl, the third is a defined curl or very curly, the fourth is coily or spiral, and then the last type is kinky or zigzag. So I'm gonna choose type 2 because when I let my hair air dry, there is a bit of wave to it and it gets very frizzy because of that. So then next they ask the length of your hair. Obviously this is important to determine how much hair you have. So then they ask, what is the condition of your hair? So they have 4 different categories for this. It's oily, dry, oily roots and dry ends, and balanced or normal. So I can't actually remember when I answered this question. I'm gonna say, I guess I said dry, because my hair is normally just dry, but recently I've been finding that I've been having a little bit of a oily root problem, but I think that's because of some products I had been using previously and then I stopped using them, so I'm just gonna go with dry. So next up they ask, how thick is one strand of your hair? So this is a question that I kind of had a difficult time answering because I wasn't really sure. Because I do color treat my hair, the way color process works is it actually kind of strips your hair, and that's how it gets the lighter color. So I just assumed that my hair strand was pretty fine. I did try to like, you know, pick a piece of hair, but I was like, I don't know how to determine how thick that actually is. So I just went with fine because of the color process that is done to my hair. But I would say that if you have coarse hair, that you're probably thick. If you have normal hair, probably medium. And then if you color treat your hair or have very thin hair, probably fine. I feel like that's a good way to determine. All right. So now, if you had to part your hair on the top of your head, how much of your scalp can you see? So I do middle part my hair, so this is kind of an easy question for me. So for my hair, I do see some of my scalp, but I don't see a ton. So I just said some. I guess this is gonna help you determine, oh, it says on here, this helps you determine your sense of hair density, so the number of strands of hair that you have. So then it asks, when you run your hand through your hair, how many strands do you notice in your palm? Now this was something that I also was having some issues with. My hair sheds a lot on its own, but when I'm under stress or going through anything like that, it starts to shed even more. So I was really concerned about that for a while, and that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to try this brand out. So I said, they have 3 options. It says a few, a dozen, and none. So I chose a dozen, I think, I hope. I don't know, I don't remember. I should have done this when I actually did the quiz, but it's okay. After washing, how long does it usually take to get oily again? So because my hair is so dry, it normally takes almost a week before I have to wash it again, which is very nice. But more recently I've been seeing where I can only get like 3 days out of, which is still really good for a normal everyday person. But for me, I'm just used to getting more than 3 days. But they do have 3 options, so it's 1 day, 2 days, and 3+ days. So I'm gonna put 3+ days because even at my worst, I'm still getting 3 days out of my hair. Do you experience dandruff or flaky scalp? So they have 4 answers for this. I don't really struggle with dandruff unless I really try to prolong not washing my hair. But most of my hair just gets oily. I don't really have a flaky scalp. But their 4 little things here are yes rarely, yes usually, yes always, and no. So I'm going to say no. So how does your scalp usually feel is the next question, which again, this was kind of a weird question for me. I wasn't really sure how to answer. But the categories are a little bit tight, tight and itchy, itchy and painful, not sensitive. So my scalp really isn't that sensitive, I don't think, considering everything else on my body, the rest of my skin is. So I went with not sensitive, but when I do go a week without washing my hair, it does sometimes get a little bit itchy. But again, I try not to do that too often. So I'm just gonna say not sensitive. Any color treatments? This is a very important question for me. So they say none, bleach, permanent, semi-permanent, and other. And I'm gonna say bleach because obviously that's what I do to my hair. I think it's really important that they put this specifically in the quiz, as in what color treatment. Not just have you color treated your hair ever, yes or no, but specifically what treatment do you do to your hair, because it makes a big difference. If you have light hair and you're just putting semi-permanent or permanent dye over it, it's a lot different than bleaching your hair to no end, like I do. So I like that they actually broke it down for you and explained to you what kind of different hair treatments or color treatments they are referring to. Mixing up my words here. Other treatments, so this is straightening or waving, keratin treatment, or none. I don't do any of that because I do enough to my hair, so I'm gonna say none. What do you style your hair with? Hair dryer, straightener, all those good things. So I'm just gonna quickly pick what I use to style my hair. They also have some products on here, and then we will move on. How would you describe your diet? So again, I felt like at first when I saw this question, I was like, oh gosh, I don't know how to answer this. But when I actually thought about it, I realized that this is really important, not just for your hair, but your skin and the rest of your body as well, because whatever you put into your body is also going to be what is coming out. So I was very, very happy that they had this question in here, even though at first I was like, how am I supposed to answer this? So again, they have 4 kind of categories: balanced or healthy, low calorie, vegetarian or vegan, and unrestricted. And I want to say that I'm balanced and healthy, but I really think I'm unrestricted. So how often do you notice that your hair retains environmental odors like smoke or food? So I don't find that my hair actually does that very often. The only time that I think it holds smell is when I stop by a bonfire, but I think 90% of people's hair actually does that. So I'm gonna say sometimes. As we get further into this quiz, I'm realizing that there are a lot of questions in here that are actually pretty kind of out there and very different, which I'm very interested about. Okay, so how often do you experience stress? It says never, rarely, sometimes, and often. I'm gonna say sometimes. Do you partake in the following activities at least once a week? Swimming pool, seaside sports, indoor workout, outdoor workout, none or I rarely exercise. So during the summer, we do have a pool at my house, so I'm gonna say swimming pool and indoor workout because I do try to do yoga at least once a week. So the next question has to do with your zip code or where you live, and at first I just thought this had to do with kind of determining shipping or something like that, but I was like, I'm still in the quiz portion. But this actually has to do with knowing your location and understanding what the environmental impacts on your hair would be. So it says, it looks like you'll be spending most of your time in New Jersey, which I will be. So it has these 5 factors that mostly affect your hair. So it's UV rays, water hardness, pollution, humidity, and wind. So moving on, would you like to select any additional ingredient preferences? So because I have a sensitivity to silicones, I did select silicone free, and I don't like using silicones in my hair because it tends to coat the hair. And then you also get to choose your fragrance. So it's Signature, which is like a flowery scent, Elixir, which is beachy and tropical, and then Fruiticism, which is fruity and sweet. And I think I chose beachy and tropical because I really like vanilla. So, and last but not least, what are your hair goals? So I'm pretty sure I said smoothness and shine because they say volume, shine, smoothness, or curl. I don't really want to intensify my curl because I don't really have that much to begin with. It's just kind of wave, and I like how my natural hair looks. Volume I don't really need. Even though my hair is thin, I have a lot of it, so I get pretty good volume on my own. But shine and smoothness are things I definitely need help with. So I'm going to move into here now because this was my actual quiz result, and I'm going to not look at this, but I want to see actually how I got pretty close. Okay, so the first thing that they look at is sebum. So this is what causes oily roots, and that was not an issue for me. So I have a 5 out of 100, which is this little tiny, I don't know if you guys can really see this. It's this little tiny one right here. So that was not something that was going to be an issue for my products. Next is sensitivity, and this is scalp sensitivity. And this was a little bit more of an issue for me than sebum. In this one, as you can see, it's definitely further along, but it's not all the way down here. So something to take into account, but not something that's like my top priority. Next is dandruff, which my scalp looks pretty healthy and balanced, so didn't really need help with that. Volume, like I said, I have a lot of hair, so that's not really something that I need help with, and it's pretty low. It's just below the 50. It's like a quarter of the way across. But the last 2 things, dryness and damage, were things that I really need help with. So dryness, I actually got a 97 out of 100. And they say not to worry, we have ingredients for hydration and moisture, which was not a surprise to me. I knew that going into this, that my hair is very dry and damaged because of the color treatment, so I was not at all surprised. And damage, I got 100 out of 100, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I selected bleach for my hair coloring and the fact that my hair is so dry. Next up, they rate your hair goals out of 4 little circles. So volume has 1 circle, smoothness has 3 circles, curl definition has 1 circle, and shine has 4 circles. So those were my main 2 things that I wanted to see happen to my hair. I want it to be smoother and I want it to be shinier. So then I broke down my routine, which is these three things down here. So first up, we have the mask. So your hair mask goes on before shampooing to provide a surge of moisture to your hair before you wash with shampoo. And you're supposed to leave this on for 30 minutes. So I'm going to show a clip now of me actually using the mask, and how I found that it works best for my hair is I actually put it on my dry hair and then wait the 30 minutes and then rinse it out. When I found that I was wetting my hair, it wasn't really like soaking in very nicely. My hair holds so much water that I think the water is just kind of coating my hair and not really letting the product soak in. So that's why I put it on dry hair, but they do say to put it on wet hair, so you kind of determine what you think is best for your hair. So now that you've seen me use the mask, I want to talk to you about the front little label here. So it says your name, Melissa, and it also gives you the 3 things in here that are kind of the main factors of your hair mask. So the first one for me is treat and replenish because of my dryness and damage. The next one is heat repair because of my dryness and damage, and then the last is silicone free because I wanted all my products to be silicone free. So that kind of just gives you like an overview of what your product is supposed to do for you. So then after my hair mask sits for 30 minutes, I go in with my shampoo, and this is my nice little shampoo right here. So they recommend that you use this every 2 to 3 days. You use 4 pumps I found that I needed like 4 to 5 pumps, and I don't really have that much hair. The pump is like really small, like this is as much as it extends. So when you pump it down, it doesn't really pump out a ton of product. But so this label has 3 things as well. One of them is the same, the silicone free is the same across all 3 products. But it also says fitness lover, which I don't really know what that means. And cleanse and care. So obviously just like cleansing my roots. I really want to know what the fitness lover means though. So then we move into conditioner, and for the conditioner I found they recommend 3 pumps, but I found that I was more close to 4. I like to put a lot of conditioner on my ends, and maybe I go a little overboard, but that's what I find works best for me. So obviously apply to clean damp hair after shampooing. 3 pumps to 4, depending on how much hair you have, depending on what you like. And then I like to let it sit for 5 minutes and then rinse it out. And on this label it says, again, silicone free, happy hair, again, don't know what that means, and smooth solution, which there we see is the smoothing and the defrizz kind of aspect. So those are my 3 products. I kind of want to talk about some of the ingredients that they use, because also on your little card they explain to you the breakdown of your products and what ingredients actually go into these products to help you with your individual wants and needs and your goals from the first side. So my first ingredients are the argan, sacha, yushi, and jojoba oils right here. And this is for nourishing properties, and it's in my mask and shampoo, which is interesting. I'm surprised it's not in the conditioner, because oils and stuff I would assume were in the like conditioning products with the mask and conditioner, but these are in mask and shampoo. And these deep condition and prevent damage from heat styling, which I definitely need. So then next up we have collagen, lilac, and hyaluronic acid. So these are to help repair the fibers of my actual hair, and these are present in all 3 of my products. And this helps repair the hair's core and creates a nourishing outer layer. Next up we have fruit vinegars and acids. These are shine activating, and it's only in my conditioner. So these repairs a porous cuticle layer which can cause dullness in the hair. Next up we have sunflower seed oil, and this is an antioxidant. It's present in all 3 of my products as well. And it helps to keep your scalp free of microorganisms. What? That can alter its state. That's disturbing. Next up we have vegetable oil, which was interesting to me because I've only ever used vegetable oil to cook. I've never used it in a hair care product that I know of. And this is also a conditioning agent that is present in all 3 of my products. So it improves the texture of your hair. This complex is the perfect natural conditioning agent. I could have just dumped my cooking oil on my head. Good to know. So next up we have wheat and soy amino acids and arginine. These are heat shields, and they are present in the shampoo and conditioner. So these prevent damage due to heat styling thanks to a combination of natural ingredients, repairing strands and scavenging free radicals. Next up we have porphyra algae. I don't know what that means. This is a smoothing ingredient, and it's found in my shampoo and conditioner again. This smooths hair locks from root to tip, providing an ultra soft feel from the first shampoo with improved results over time. I like the sound of that. And then last but not least, we have castor seed oil. This is a split end repair, which I desperately need. It's only found in my conditioner, and this smooths rough cuticles and helps reduce breakage. Thank God, because that's a big issue for me. So those are all the ingredients found in my products. I like that they kind of break everything down for you and tell you exactly what is in each product and what they do for your hair. So all of their products are also sulfate free, paraben free, dye free, mineral oil free, GMO free, and cruelty free. So pretty much all the bad things. So now that I've talked you guys through the breakdown of the products, how they kind of find out your results and what you need, now I want to talk about my results. So I'm going to put a clip in here about my hair before and my hair after. And we're going to sit down and talk about it. So before I started using these products, like I said, my hair was very dry, very brittle, and it was breaking, and a lot of strands were falling out because I was super stressed out at the time. Still a little stressed, but it's getting better. And I really wanted to find something that was going to target all of my concerns in just a few products. I was sick of using 10 products that still weren't giving me the results that I wanted. So I was really looking for something customizable, which this brand offered me, and I was really excited to try it. So starting off with the mask, I will say that this is probably my least used product of the three, only because of the sheer fact that I completely forget about it because it's not in my shower. So, on the times that I do use this, I do find that it's more of like a pampering thing. When I have a lot of time in a day before I shower, I will throw this on my hair, and most of the time I don't leave it on for 30 minutes. I probably leave it on for like 15 to 20 because I get very antsy and I just want it to be done. But even though I don't use it as frequently as directed and for as long as they direct, I do think I've been seeing good results from it. My hair definitely feels a lot healthier at the bottom. I mean, it's still a little bit dry. I think my hair, while I color treat it, it's always going to feel a little bit dry, but it's definitely a significant improvement from where I was about a month ago. My hair was so dry to the touch that it literally felt like straw, and now it still has a little bit of underlying dryness, but it feels like hair again. So I really like that, and I like that it has heat repair and heat protectant in it. I think heat protectant is so important, especially because I do heat style my hair a lot. Not necessarily blow drying, but definitely hair straightening and curling. So I love that it's heat protectant and heat repairing. I think that's very important, and of course it's silicone free, which I also love. Moving on to the shampoo. So I do really like the shampoo. My only grip with it is that sometimes when I use a lot of product in my hair, it doesn't cleanse all of the product out. So if you're looking for a deep cleaning shampoo, you might have wanted to take the quiz differently. But because that wasn't something I was looking for, I don't want to give a negative kind of view on this product because that wasn't something that I had suggested in my quiz. So every once in a while, I still will use a like a heavy duty shampoo to break down product buildup. But in between those washes, which only happen twice a month, I have only been using the shampoo and I've been really enjoying it. It definitely says cleansing care, which I do think on a normal everyday basis, it does cleanse my hair really nicely, and I find that I can get 3 to 4 days in between while using this product. Not as good as when I use like Head and Shoulders, which I can get like 5 days, but definitely better than like some of the other shampoos I had been using before. And I also find that because it is targeted to my needs, obviously, it makes my hair feel softer after shampooing. A lot of times, because my hair is color treated, because it's so dry, after shampooing my hair can feel very dry in the shower and I need to put conditioner on it immediately. But with this product, I don't find that that happens, and my hair still feels conditioned while feeling clean. So I've been really enjoying this product as well. And last but not least, my conditioner, which this is the standout product for me of all three. I'm in love with it. So usually with conditioners, I find that I either have to use like a hair mask because the conditioner isn't enough, or I have to use a crap ton of conditioner to actually make my hair feel soft. But with this one, I just have to use 4 pumps, which is more than they recommend, but definitely not more than I was using before. And my hair feels soft and hydrated, and when I put it on in the shower, like my hair actually feels soft and I can run my fingers through it, unlike other products that I've used. I've also noticed a difference after getting out of the shower and drying my hair, that my hair dries a lot smoother, and I still have some wave to it, but it's not frizzy and it's not like piecey and it doesn't look messy. Some people like that. I like my hair to look put together, so I don't have to do anything to it. So I think the smooth solution in this product actually does help a lot. My hair feels a lot smoother, it's a lot less frizzy, and all around it just looks healthier and not as dry, which is the main concern for me. So I've been really enjoying this. I think this is my favorite product out of all of them. I mean, I like all 3 products together. Definitely like the shampoo and conditioner the best, only because I'm lazy and I wish the hair mask was something that I could use kind of in the shower. But other than that, that's really my only complaint. I think these products are really great. I love the fact that their quiz is so in-depth and asks you so many questions about your wants, your needs, your location, and really breaks down your individual concerns, and they tell you what you need for your hair. So they don't just say, oh, your hair is this, so we're gonna give you these products. They actually break down, well, here's your dryness level, here's your damage level, here's your oily scalp level, here's this, that, and the other things. And it tells you kind of more information than I ever thought I needed to know about my hair, like my environmental aggressors. So I really like this company. I think what they're doing is really awesome, and I would highly suggest that you check them out. I will leave a link to their website below. Just know it's not an affiliate link. It's not connected to me in any way. It is just their website, so I will not get anything from it, so feel free to use it. If you don't want to use that link because I don't know why. You can just type prosehair.com into the search bar and it will take you to their website. But so far I've had really great experiences with these products and I'm really excited to continue to use them. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these videos where I break down a new brand or try out a new thing and kind of in-depthly explain it to you, let me know, and let me know if you have any brands that you guys would like to see me do next. I have a really exciting lifestyle health one coming up, which I think you guys will really enjoy, and I'm excited to kind of explore these more aspects of this channel and not just focus on makeup and skincare. So again, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in our next video. Bye guys!